Good morning, students. Today our topic is carboxylic acid chemical properties. So yesterday we discussed about the carboxylic acid nomenclature and carboxylic acid preparations. Now we discussed about the chemical properties of the carboxylate. Before we discussed about the chemical properties of the carboxylic acid, now we discussed about the acidic nature of the carboxylic acid. Okay, let's see about the acidic nature of the carboxylic acid. So first of all, this is the structure of carboxylic acid. The carboxylic acids are act as a acid. It is a strong organic acids. We observed the all organic compounds. The carboxylic acids are more strong. So when compared to carboxylic group, so after loss of proton, we are getting the carboxylate ion. Carboxylate ion. This is the carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid. According to Arrhenius acid-base theory, if the loss of proton from acid, so to form the carboxylate ion plus H plus, which compound give the proton that we called as a acid. So that's why according to Arrhenius equation, so this carboxylic acid after lose the proton, so to form the carboxylate ion, so carboxylate ion. So when compared to carboxylate ion, there is no structures, and carboxylic acid there is no structure. So if the carboxylic acid resonance structure is less stable than carboxylate ion resonance structure. Because of this reason, the carboxylic acid easily lose the proton to form the carboxylate ion. So let's discuss about the resonance structures of the both carboxylic acid and carboxylate ion. So first of all, we start with the carboxylic acid resonance structure. Carboxylic acid resonance structure. So this is the carboxylic acid resonance structure. So here the oxygen having pair of electrons to donating to the carbon. So we are getting this resonance structure. So this is the resonance structure we are getting. So the second one, carboxylate ion resonance structure. So this is the carboxylate ion resonance structure. So if you oxide ion giving to the electrons to the carbon, so to uniformed between the oxygen and carbon between the double bond, so the negative charge gain another oxygen of the carboxylate ion. So when you compare with carboxylic acid resonance structures and carboxylate ion resonance structure, the carboxylic acid resonance structures are less stable because of here there is in carboxylic acid resonance structure we have the charge separation. That means we have minus and plus charge. In this case, the carboxylate ion resonance structures are very stable because of their similar resonance structure. Like this, both are similar resonance structure, identical resonance structure. That's why it is very stable. So that's why the carboxylic acid easily lose a proton to form the carboxylate ion. So that's why the carboxylic acids are more acidic than compared to the alcohols. So if you observe so this is the happen when the carboxylic acid lose to form the carboxylate ion plus H plus. So this carboxylate ion, if alkyl group increases, if alkyl chain increases, what is happening? If alkyl chain increases, so what is happening to the acidity of the carboxylic acid? If the alkyl groups are increases, so the acidity is decreases because of their carboxylate ion stability is decreases. That's why so the acidity also decreases. How it is happen? For example, if alkyl group, that means if you take a simple example, acetic acid, so the methyl group act as a plus I group. That means positive inductive effective group. So it is increase the charge on the oxide ion. So that's why the oxide ion is very less stable. So that's why the total compound is less stable. So if the charge increases, if the plus I groups are increases to the carboxylate ion, so the stability of the carboxylate ion also decreases. That's why the acidity also decreases. So this way too we can explain about the acidic nature of the carboxylic acid. So we can easily identify that if the alkyl chain is increases, the carboxylic acid acidity decreases. For example, if you take the formic acid, acidity is more than to the acetic acid. The acetic acid so when compared to formic acid, acetic acid and propanoic acid, here the propanoic acid alkyl chain is increases. That's mean the plus I groups are increases, their acidity are decreases. Here we have only one plus I group, that means methyl group. So when compared to formic acid, acetic acid, low acidic nature. So this way too, if the alkyl chain is increases, the acidic nature of the carboxylic acid groups are decreases because of plus I groups are increases. So this is the way to the carboxylic acid acidic nature decreases. If the for example, if the minus I groups are present in the carbon chain, so the acidity is increases. So how it is possible? For example, if you take a simple example, chloroacetic acid, trichloroacetic acid. So this is the trichloroacetic acid. So here we have 3 minus IE groups. 3 minus IE groups, like 3 chlorines are present. So these chlorines are minus IE groups. That means they decrease the charge on the oxygen. It is act as a minus IE groups. If the minus IE groups are increases, the acidity of the compound also increases. Like if you take compared to trichloroacetic acid with the acetic acid, the trichloroacetic acid is more acidic than the acetic acid because of their minus IE groups. That means if the plus IE groups are present in the carbon chain, so the acidic nature is decreases. If the minus IE groups are present in the carbon chain, the acidic nature is increases. So we already discussed about so many examples of acetic acid when you compare with the trichloroacetic acid. Which one is more acidic? So here, so we have two compounds. One is acetic acid, another one trichloroacetic acid. Which one is more acidic? According to, so here the acetic acid having plus IE group. So that means positive inductive effective groups. That means the electrons donating to the carboxylate ion, the methyl group. Here the trichloroacetic acid, we have 3 chlorine groups are present. These 3 chlorines are minus IE group. That means electron discharged to the carboxylate ion. So that's why, so the trichlorocarboxylate carboxylic acid to form the carboxylate ion. So the carboxylate ion is more stable when compared to the acetic acid formation of the carboxylic acid. So that's why we have the trichloroacetic acid more acidic than the this one simple acetic acid. So this is the difference between the acidic nature of the trichloroacetic acid and acetic acid. Now we discussed about some of the chemical properties of the carboxylic acid. So we already know about the carboxylic acid basic nature, acidic nature. So that's why the carboxylic acid reaction with metals like sodium, magnesium, calcium. So to form the sodium carboxylate to release the hydrogen gas. For example, if carboxylic acid to react with metals like sodium, so to produce the sodium carboxylate ion and plus hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas. So the next one, so this is the carboxylic acid also to react with sodium bicarbonate and sodium hydroxide. So here this is sodium bicarbonate is a weak acid, a weak base. Even though weak bases also the carboxylic acid, even though weak bases also conduct the reaction to produce the carbon dioxide. This is the identification reactions of the carboxylic acid. So now we see about the what is happening when the carboxylic acid reaction with the bases like sodium hydroxide to produce the sodium carboxylate ion plus H2. So the second reaction is the carboxylic acid reaction with sodium bicarbonate like NaCO3. So it is produce sodium carboxylate ion plus H2O plus CO2 gas release. So this is the identification reaction of carboxylic acid. So when you react with sodium bicarbonate to the carboxylic acid, the effervescence gas is observed. So that we identify the carboxylic acid present in the sample. So next we discuss about some of the important reactions of the carboxylic acid. Let's see important reactions of carboxylic acids like HVZ reaction. This is also well named reaction. Elwold-Zielinski reaction. So these three scientists, L. Kurmark, the name of Karl Mongens own well, and Wold, that means Jacob Olds, and Nikolai Zielinski. So these three scientists made this reaction, Elwold-Zielinski reaction. So what is called Zielinski reaction? The carboxylic acids reaction with red phosphorus with halogens. So Elwold-Zielinski reaction. So the halogenation in presence of red phosphorus to produce the alpha halo acids. So this is one of the famous named reaction. So in this process, this alpha halo acid to further conducting reactant to produce the amino acids also. This is the major intermediate to use so many reactions of alpha halo acids, one of the major intermediate reactants. That's why we are preparing alpha halo acids. So this is one well known named reaction, HVZ reaction. In this case, for example, we are using the propanoic acid like so propanoic acid. This is the propanoic acid with reaction with red phosphorus in presence of bromination. We are getting this product. So what is acid? Let's we discuss the other reaction that we formation of acid derivatives from acid. First of all, we prepare from acid to acid chlorides. Now we start with acids like reaction with acids. So reaction with acid with PCl5. So to produce the acid chlorides plus POCl3 plus H2. So for example, if you take the acetic acid to react with PCl5 to produce the acetyl chloride is the product. CH3CO Cl plus phosphorus oxy trichloride plus H2. So this is the HCl. Sorry, here we getting HCl. So this is the to prepare the acid chlorides from acids. Next we discussed about the acid chlorides preparation from another reagent that we called sulfonyl chloride to prepare the acids from sulfonyl chloride with reaction with acids. For example, this is the acid to react with sulfonyl chloride to produce acid chlorides plus sulfur dioxide plus HCl. Here also, if you take the acetic acid reaction with sulfonyl chloride to produce the acetyl chloride plus sulfur dioxide plus HCl to produce this way to prepare the acid chlorides from acids, carboxylic acid. Next we prepared from acid carboxylic acid to acid anhydrides. So acid anhydrides, for example 2 moles of carboxylic acid to react with in the presence of dehydration process in the presence of phosphorus pentoxide to produce the acid anhydrides. So this way to prepare the acid anhydrides from acid carboxylic acids. For example, if you take the acetic acid to react with under the dehydration process in the presence of phosphorus pentoxide P2O5, finally we are getting the acetic anhydride is the product. So this way to prepare the acid anhydrides from acid carboxylic acid. Next we prepare from carboxylic acid to amides. So amides also one of the derivatives of carboxylic acids. So next we prepare the amides also, and this is also very simple reaction. The acids reaction with ammonia to produce the amides. Like for example, if you take a carboxylic acid example, 1 mole of carboxylic acid to react with ammonia to produce the amides plus H2. So here also, if you take the acetic acid to react with ammonia to produce the acid acetamide is the product. So this way to prepare the acid derivatives of amide from acid compounds. Next we prepare from acid derivative of another acid derivative ester from carboxylic acid. So now the esters preparation, now we discuss about the esters. So this reaction is also very simple reaction. The carboxylic acid reaction with the alcohols in presence of acidic medium to produce the ester. This reaction we call as a esterification. So if you take ethyl alcohol in presence of acidic medium to produce the ethyl carboxylate. If you take the acetic acid to react with ethyl alcohol to produce the ethyl acetate is the product. In presence of acidic medium. So these are all acid derivatives from prepare of acid. So we know very well the acid derivatives of acid chlorides, anhydrides, amides and esters. These are all acid derivatives. Now we discussed about the homologation reaction. So this is well named, famous named reaction, Arnold-Esters synthesis. So now we discuss about the Arnold-Esters synthesis. Okay. So this is well known, famous named reaction, Arnold-Esters synthesis. This named reaction we also called as a homologation. So these both scientists, Arnold-Ester from German, both are German scientists. So Fritz Arnold and Bent Esters. So the Fritz Arnold student, Bent Ester and Gatterman. These both are students of Fritz Arnold. So these two scientists make a synthesis of the homologation of the carboxylic acid. What is called homologation? We called, so increase the one carbon chain. So one member carbon chain. So that we called homologation. For example, a simple example. If you take the acetic acid as a reactant, involved in this reaction, finally we are getting propanoic acid is the product. So that means, so we can increase the one carbon number in the carbon chain. So that we call as a homologation reaction. So now we start with Arnold ester synthesis. So in this reaction we have 3 steps. So these following steps are involving. So carboxylic acid to react with sulfonyl chloride to produce the acid chloride. So next, the sulfonyl chloride reaction with diazomethane CH2N2. So after that diazomethane to react with diazomethane, so with involving in hydrolysis process. So these 3 steps are involving in this reaction. So finally we are getting this compound. So one carbon chain or increases in the carboxylic acid groups that we called homologation. So this is the Arnold ester synthesis. Now we will discuss about the Arnold ester synthesis mechanism. So these steps, the following steps are involving in the Arnold ester synthesis. So first of all, we take a simple example like the general example of carboxylic acid RCOOH. So to react with sulfonyl chloride, so we know very well the sulfonyl chloride reacts with carboxylic acid to produce the acid chlorides. So this is the acid chloride we are getting. After acid chloride to react with diazomethane so that we produce the intermediate. So this hydrogen ion lose to HCl. Further we make a carbon between carbon, a new bond. So this is the N2 here present. After N2 we conduct the heat to form the carbene. So this we call as a ketene. So this ketene and this carbene, this is the carbene. After resonance to produce the ketene. So this is the ketene, we are getting the intermediate in this reaction. After ketene we can hydrolysis, we are getting the acid, finally carboxylic acid is the product. So this way to prepare the Arnold ester synthesis homologation. First we start with the carboxylic acid reaction with the sulfonyl chloride to produce the acid chloride. So then acid chloride reaction with diazomethane to produce the intermediate. After loss of nitrogen gas we are getting this carbene intermediate. So this carbene intermediate, after rearrangement we are getting the ketene is the next intermediate. So in this case we can hydrolysis. So this reaction, so we are getting this product. What we get? Homologation. We increase the one carbon chain in the carbon in the chain. So that we called as a homologation reaction. This is well known famous reaction, Arnold ester reaction. So next we discussed about some of the distinguishing tests of the tests of carboxylic acid. How can you identify the carboxylic acid? So for example, if you take a simple example, benzoic acid. So how can you identify the benzoic acid? So we conduct a simple test to identify the benzoic acid with the mixture of phenol. For example, if you take mixture of phenol and benzoic acid, so the phenol does not reaction with sodium bicarbonate. So the benzoic acid to react with sodium bicarbonate to produce the carbon dioxide gas. In case of phenol, it is only react with sodium hydroxide only. So in both cases, and benzoic acid and phenol both are react to the sodium hydroxide, but the benzoic acid only react with sodium bicarbonate. the phenol does not react with the sodium bicarbonate. So that is the difference between the benzoic acid and phenol. Both are weak acid, but the benzoic acid when compared to phenol more acidic. So this is happening. So when phenol with benzoic acid to react with sodium bicarbonate to produce the sodium benzoate plus H2O plus effervescence gas. This effervescence gas that indicate the maybe sample present in the sample may be benzoic acid. So this is the identification reaction. Next we discussed about the acid chloride reactions, the derivatives of the carboxylic acid. Now we discussed about the derivatives of the carboxylic acid. First we write the derivatives of carboxylic acid. Derivatives of carboxylic acid. So we have 4 derivatives from carboxylic acids. The first one, acid chloride. The second one, esters. And third one, anhydrides. And fourth one, amides. These 4 are derivatives of carboxylic acid. This came from carboxylic acids. So for example, the common structure of acid chloride, this is the acid chloride. So the second one, esters. So this one, ester. And anhydride. So this is the amide. So these 4 are derivatives of carboxylic acid. Now we discussed about briefly every individual derivative like acid chlorides to amides. Now we start with the simple reaction of acid chlorides. So now we start with the acid chlorides reactions. Okay. The acid chlorides. So this is the acid chloride. The acid chloride. It came from reaction between the carboxylic acid with sulfonyl chloride or phosphorus pentachloride to produce the acid chlorides. So this is the preparation of acid chlorides. So then after that, the acid chlorides to reaction in hydrolysis process to produce the acid, carboxylic acid. If acid chloride reaction with ammonia to produce the amides is the product. If acid chloride react with palladium barium sulfates. We are getting this is the Rosenmund reagent. To produce the aldehyde is the product. So these are all some of the properties of the acid chlorides. Now we discussed about the acid anhydrides properties. Okay. We discussed about the acid anhydride. So this is also one of the derivative of acid, carboxylic acid. This is the acid anhydride from preparation from the simple method to react with carboxylic acid to react with phosphorus pentaoxide to produce the acid anhydride. So this is the dehydration process with the 2 moles of carboxylic acid to involve in this reaction under the phosphorus pentaoxide to produce the acid anhydride. So this is the acid anhydride preparation. The acid anides from carboxylic acid. So under the P2O5 dehydration process to produce the acid anhydrides. So some of the acid anhydrides reactions to here we discussed here. For example, acetic anhydride. So this is one of the famous acid anhydride. So to react with phenol in presence of base to produce the phenyl acetate. Phenyl acetate is the products. So this is also one of the important derivative to prepare from acetic anhydride to phenyl acetate. So next we discussed about the esters. So now we discussed about the esters. So the esters are generally the carboxylic acid reaction with alcohols to produce the esters. So this is the fruity smell. So esters generally having fruity smell. So this is very tasty. So the generally in esters are using in the cloths, preparation of the cloths like polyesters. So that's why this is also one of the important role in the in daily process. So the simple example we take esters, ethyl. So this is the ethyl acetate. Ethyl acetate is the one of the example of esters. So this is the common name of the ester. So if you take the IUPAC name, so first of all we were giving to the this carbon, two carbons in front of the carboxylate ion. So now we are giving to the priority group 1 and 2. So we have two carbons remaining. So these two carbons we called as a methanoids. So that we called as a alkanoid. So generally the esters nomenclatures alkyl, alkanoate. So that we called as a ester nomenclature. For example, if you take the ethyl acetate, this is the common name of this compound. So you are giving to this compound to IUPAC name. So we called as a ethyl ethanoate. So that we called as a ethyl ethanoate. Ethyl ethanoate is the IUPAC name of esters. Ethyl acetate IUPAC name. So let's see preparation of ethyl acetate from acetic acid to react with ethyl alcohol in presence of acidic medium to produce the ethyl acetate. So this is ethyl acetate. The IUPAC name of ethyl acetate, ethyl ethanoate. So after we are conducting hydrolysis of this ethyl ethanoate. So again we are getting the same compounds like acetic acid plus ethyl alcohol. So these are all some of the reactions of the esters. Now we discussed with some reduction reactions of esters. Like if you take the ethyl ethanoate react with ethyl ethanoate. So that means, so this is the ethyl ethanoate under reduction process lithium aluminum hydride to produce the ethyl alcohol. So this way to prepare the lithium aluminum hydride. Then the esters also, if the reaction of ethyl ethanoate to react with RMGX, Grignard reagent, to produce the ketones from this ethyl ethanoate. Any ester to react with Grignard reagent to produce the ketones are the products, methyl ketones. For example, if you take ethyl ethanoate to react with Grignard reagent to produce the methyl ketones. So this is our today topic. So this is our today topic. Tomorrow we will discuss with a new topic. Okay, thank you.